What up, 2K heads? 2K OG here with another video. We're gonna be doing something a little bit different. Bear with me. This is my first top 10 list, and we're gonna be doing it on small forwards. Before I get into it, if you would hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and at the end of this, if you don't agree with some of my opinions, you can leave a comment and let me know if I left anyone off, because this is something that, like I said, I'm not familiar with. I hadn't been on YouTube that long, honestly. So bear with me. All right. The first player, well, before we get into the top 10 list, I want to give some honorable mention shout outs. And these are small forwards that you can buy currently. A lot of people use Jaime Jaquez. Well, you can't buy him. He was in that free event with the skulls for Halloween. But Jaime Jaquez, if you have him, he is a serviceable player. A lot of people still use him. Has great jump shots, solid all around. The only thing he's lacking is height, but he didn't make the list. Another one that I personally like, but he wasn't good enough to crack the top 10, I'll say, is Larry Bird. Great shooter, good height, a little bit slow, but his baited jump shot is his biggest problem. And then my third honorable mention would be Cedric Maxwell. I've had this card for a while. If you use him, you would see that he's basically like a baby LeBron. He can do pretty much everything. His three-point shot is only like a 78, no, it's a 72, sorry. But the thing is, his shot is easy to time, and I think he's a solid player. All right. Starting in at my number 10 on the top tier list is Andre Kirilenko. This is a card that I never use, but he's solid all around. He's lacking shot creation. I played against him quite a few times. He's a really good defender, pretty good rebounder. Like I said, all around, pretty much what a small forward is. The only thing that really knocks him is at this point, he's a little outdated because his shot creation, but his opal should be coming out pretty soon. All right, let's jump into, let's see, number 9. We have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler is a card that's probably slept on. I played some guys in that tier 1 that had Butler, and he's tough. He does have shot creation. I would assume that his biggest sticking point that people like about him is that he has a pretty easy time jump shot. It's a little odd looking, but I think it's fine. His defense is always solid, and again, just a well-rounded small forward. I would run him at the small forward, maybe 2 guard, but he's definitely a little bit better than Andre Kirilenko. All right, let's jump into number 3. Oh, sorry, going backwards. Number 7, 8. My math is bad. Looking at this on 2 different screens and trying to remember which one is which. Like I said, bear with me. This is my first one. I'll get better, I promise. All right, we have Galaxy Opal, Jason Tatum. Tatum, his only downfall is shot creation. He has a great shot. He's a solid defender. He is not the best for, but he's serviceable, especially if you're not playing against someone who has 2 bigs in. He can get the job done. He's pretty much got most of the badges that you need. He's lacking a couple, but mainly his shot creation. He doesn't have a good leaner. This is a card that I actually own, and I run him off the bench, but I think he's a solid number 8. All right, we'll jump into number 7. All right, at number 7, we have Kevin Durant, and he's a 96 overall, pink diamond. I never owned the card. I couldn't pull him, and every time I went to buy him, it was only 2 or 3 on the auction house at a time, and he was so expensive. I didn't think he was really worth it. The reason I put KD on here, like I said, I don't have that much feedback about him because I don't play against him that much, and I don't own him. I know a bunch of people go crazy, and just to let everyone know, because I know they're probably like, why you're not showing the stats and the badges. I'm just trying to speed the video up a little bit, but if y'all would prefer for me to show stats and badges on the next one, just let me know in the comments and I'll make sure I get it done. But yeah, KD, he has a nice jump shot, nice leaner, pretty good movement a couple times that I did play against him, but not the greatest defender. And like I said, I just put him on the list to keep some people happy. All right, we're down to number 6. All right, we have, I think this is the only diamond that actually made the list. But if you used him or played against him, Paolo Banchero, he's only a 94 overall, but he was, he was a hidden gem. And I still think that he's probably one of the best diamonds in the game. Every time I play him, he gives me problems. He has a great player build, 6'10". He can play power forward as well as small forward. He's a great rebounder, really good jump shot. His movement is good. I mean, I was gonna put him higher, but I think some of the guys that's above him deserve to be there. But Paolo, by far, you see, I got him over Jason Tatum. You know, he's over. Well, I forgot Karolinko is a diamond, but Karolinko barely made the list, and you could have swapped him out with a couple of the honorable mentions that I brought up. But Paolo, hands down, I think the best small forward, power forward, diamond in the game. All right, now we get into the top 5 finally. We have Kawhi Leonard at number 5. Kawhi just recently got bumped down a little bit. His shot creation is decent. I personally love his jump shot. Solid defender, well, above solid defender. He's a top 3 defender on this list. But the thing was, the guys above him were a little bit more offensive and defensive balanced. So Kawhi, you can't go wrong with him. I just recently sold my Kawhi because I had to make some MT back. If y'all hadn't seen my locking video, I locked in 3 Galaxy Opals, and that drained me of my MT. But like I said, Kawhi, if you could pick him up, great pickup. You could use him. I just have like a crazy good team and starting to run out of space, so I had to let someone go. But yeah, Kawhi, definitely number 5. If you think he's higher, I was kind of going back and forth between him being 4 and 5, but let's jump into who number 4 is. All right, at number 4, we have Pink Diamond Paul George. Now, the thing about Paul George, why I put him over Kawhi is not so much his shot creation, because I think they're pretty much on the same level. Paul George is an installer, but I think all around, Paul George has more stats and badges at a higher rate. He's a little more complete. I think he comes in with about 4 or 5 more badges than Kawhi has, and that's why I gave him the edge. I actually like Kawhi's jump shot better, but Paul George, his finishing when it comes to slashing layups, I think are better than Kawhi's. And like I said, the movement's pretty much the same. But Paul George, solid number 4. Again, if you feel like he's lower, higher, leave it in the comments. All right, on to number 3. At number 3, we have Ron Artest, aka Men of World Peace. I used to live across the street from him when I was a kid in Queensbridge apartment complex. Yeah, so I remember when people used to call him Ron. So not that I'm biased towards him, but they always give him a really good card, and he deserves it. Ron has a really good jump shot, crazy good defense. His defense is maybe a little bit better than Kawhi's, but Kawhi's player model is better for getting plucks and blocks. But Ron is right there with him. The difference is the shot creation. Ron has elite shot creation. I like his fade. His jump shot is better. I think he has the Rudy Gay jump shot. And you really can't go wrong if you got this card. Is he worth the price that he's going for? I think he's going for around 300 right now, 320. I would try to get him right under 300, but if he's badged up, have a real issue with paying that much for him. Now, honestly, I missed out on him because I didn't hit level 40 before that time frame. I lost track of time because I get busy with other life stuff, and I jumped on the game to go ahead and upgrade to level 40 and get that pack, that option pack that had a minute, and it was too late. So if you got lucky enough to either pull them or lock them in, you got a really good card. Now, we're going to number 2 and number 1. These are going to be controversial. Some people might think number 3 should be 1, but again, just leave it in the comments. Let me know. All I ask is that you be respectful, because I'll be respectful to you. We don't really like any of that negativity on this channel. I would appreciate it. All right. We have Pink Diamond, Julius Erving at number 2. Dr. J, to me, has the best shot creation out of all the small forwards on this list. I think he's phenomenal. I wish he was a point guard, because I would run him at the 1, and I'd probably even start him over Oscar Robertson. Badge-wise, he is so complete. Stats and badges, he plays to the point of you would think that his stats are higher than what they are. He gets so many block shots, it's crazy. But Dr. J, elite jump shot, elite fade, elite ball handle, elite slashing. He does everything at a high level. And the only person that I think does it above him, I got him at number 1. And it's still up for debate, because the shot creation, Julius Erving, to me, is the best at small forward in the entire game. As far as Bible cards anyway. All right, let's get into number 1 and not hold this video up too much longer. And of course, we have King James, Pink Diamond. LeBron is the best all-around defender. He rebounds at a high level, playmakes at a high level, slashes at a high level. His jump shot is pretty good. Now, I don't know if y'all play with him in the park, but when I go out in the park, I don't do too well as far as shooting, but he's a lockdown defender, and he can guard the 1 through 5 at a high rate, making him the most complete out of all the small forwards to me. Now, is his shot creation as good as Artest or Dr. J? No. But I think he's on the level of Kawhi, Paul George, maybe a little bit lower, because I think Paolo is probably number 3 for shot creation. But, man, I'm a fan of this card. I've had him since, I think, the 2nd or 3rd week in the game. Wound up buying him for like $700,000 at that point, late night. Either which way, that's my top 10 list. We'll go through it real quick. LeBron is 1, Dr. J is 2, Artest 3. I got Paul George at 4, Kawhi at 5, Paolo, Banchero at 6. We have KD at 7, Tatum's at 8, and then Jimmy Butler at 9, and my final top 10 is Karolinko. If you enjoyed the video, again, let me get a thumbs up, subscribe. We're on that road to, I'm gonna stop saying like the next 100. We're on the road to 1,000. I think we're less than 250 subscribers away. Let's make that push. Hopefully we can get there before the end of this weekend. But if you did enjoy it, I appreciate you for watching to the end. I know I might need to upgrade or get better at doing this tier list. I'm open to constructive criticism. Like I said, just try to be respectful about it. But I appreciate y'all as always. Until next time.